Madam Speaker, the Workers' Party has not gone through the due process to decide whether or not to conclude whether the allegation made by the Lee siblings is baseless. We keep our mind open. We are prepared to give benefit of doubt to the Prime Minister, but we don't know. And I speak for myself because we have not gone through that process. For me personally, I will not be convinced until the entire allegation is given a convincing or conclusive element. That means we should know what else do they have. I would like to clarify on the ESM's speech on he cited the example of the HPL case. I was in this house. Yes, I was convinced. Why I was convinced and why this case now is different from the HPL case. Firstly, Madam, in the HPL case, it was a market rumor. I was unaware of any allegation of corruption or wrongdoing. Secondly, the person at the center of the issue, Mr. Ong Beng Seng, issued a public statement to explain the matter to clear the air before the Parliament sitting. Thirdly, the subject person, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew and Mr. Lee Hsien Loong, both father and son, were not Prime Minister, not the head of the government at the time. It was the then Prime Minister, Mr. Goh Chok Tong, who called for investigation based on a market rumor and then come to Parliament for the public explanation and the debate. But for this Parliament session, it is a Prime Minister, the head of the government, and the Secretary General of the PAP accused of wrongdoing. This episode, there's no investigation done. It's own self-defense, own self, in Parliament with the PAP MPs. I mean, I wonder how would you want to convince me, my party, and Singaporeans that is conclusive, and it is something that we can all convince entirely. Though I say I'm prepared to give benefit of doubt to the Prime Minister. Madam, I understand the Prime Minister's difficulty in, suing your own sibling, and that he worried that he would further damage his parents' name. But, I hope he would clarify some doubts I have on this question, nagging question that why he didn't sue. First, does he not agree that his family is not any ordinary Singapore family? And the person at the center of the issue is the Prime Minister of Singapore, not any other person.
Mr. Lau, I've given a lot of laxity, but clarifications are not a speech, please.
Basing on ESM,
can you please specify the clarification you wish to seek?
I'm seeking clarification because rising up from ESM, because he wanted me to state my position and citing HPL case and saying that why going to court, should not go to the court.
Yes,
so
Mr. Lau,
I believe
please proceed.
I'm clarifying. Madam, secondly, I wonder whether the Prime Minister is not worrying that the PAP as a ruling party will be seen as double standard. Does he forgotten that the former Prime Minister, Mr. Goh Chok Tong is your ESM, sued the Workers' Party candidate Teng Liang Hong during general election 1997 for just making a police report. But now this allegation is much more serious than that. And more importantly, we're talking about upholding the legacy of Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, that the nation, the laws, the birth family, above individual. By using family, does not this also show that blood is thicker than water. Own sibling cannot sue. After all, we are all brothers and sisters. But political opponents and critics sue until your pants drop. I cannot square, Madam Speaker, with all this argument. Sorry.
ESM, go.
I'll be very brief. The response by Low Thia Khiang is not unexpected. I expected that. This is what we call political sophistry. And as for Tan Liang Hong, he's not my brother.